Here we are at 791 Austin Hill Road. Yesterday was the first day of spring, and you can hear some of the birds starting to chirp. I'm gonna head inside and then we'll come out to look at more of the 10.9 acre property. All right, so coming inside, we have a 7x4 mudroom. And it has like a coat closet area. And then we come into the kitchen, which is 17 by 11. You have a picture window. And then you have two sets of 7-foot closets, used as pantry. And then it's nice because these windows alongside of the door open. So you can have some nice extra circulation, which is very nice to have. And then we have a 15 by 8 deck overlooking the yard. And it's so nice to hear the bird song. So pleasant. Alright, so this is, again, looking back to the kitchen. And then over here we have the master bedroom, which is 13 by 12. And it has a huge walk-in closet, which is 12 by 6. So, very nice size walk-in closet. Lots of space. Alright. And then we also have a very large master bath. This is 12 by 8. And has some very large linen closets. They're very deep. There's 2 of them. Alright, nice shower. Modern. Nice flooring. So again, very nice, bright, natural lighting. The whole house, except for one bedroom, has been freshly painted. The ceilings and walls are both painted, and the last bedroom is getting ready to be done in the next day or so. So then you have a very large living room here. The living room is 25 by 11. And then we have a full bath, which is 12 by 10. And the appliances are included. All the appliances in the house are included. Okay, nice upgraded vanity, sink, lights, mirror, all upgraded recently. And they have extra shelves in there. And they have a little extra space here for like vacuum and brooms, etc. Then the second largest bedroom is 12 by 10. And this will be painted in the next day or 2. And then the third bedroom is 12 kind of by 8. I just measured to this first wall is by 8, but you do have a little bit of extra space over here. And then the closet goes over the basement stairs, and it's double deep. So has 2 rungs, so plenty of space. This is the newer section of basement, which has a concrete slab and also has a door to outside access. And this part has concrete block. And then the foundation is older because this house was built on a foundation for a previous home. So you have basically stone walls. There is some cinder block also. But this section has a dirt floor. And then have the electrical panel over here. Okay, and then we have the heating unit and water heater right over here. So just looking back from the living room, we have the second largest bedroom, the third largest bedroom, the basement door, the full bath, and you have your mudroom, your kitchen, then your master bedroom, your master closet, and your master bath. And we're going to go outside and have a look around out there. All right, so here we are outside again. It's a beautiful blue sky day. I'll take a little walk around the house. Have a little picnic area here with fire pit. All right, we have some doors to the walkout basement right there. Beautiful boulder. So that's the walkout. Here, a rooster crowing in the background. I'm going to pause it so you don't get bored with me walking around. All right, so it's a side view here. We're at the corner of Austin Hill and Murphy Road. This will give you a full panorama. Nice and peaceful. So here's a view from the driveway. We're on the Austin Hill side now. You have the highway right there, but the noise is very, very nominal. And once the leaves are on the trees, it shouldn't be very noisy at all. You definitely don't hear, at least I haven't heard inside the house yet. So you have plenty of room for parking. And you have the barn over here. So the main area of the barn is 24 by 24, and then there are 3 additions. This is a stallion stall, which has extra thick bars, and also in case they kick, that is very sturdy. And then you have a second large stall there, and then 2 pony stalls. And then that is blocked off right now, but you could open that back up as a doorway to walk through to the other side of the barn. So we have another section of barn on this side. Alright, it's a pretty decent size. And then another section over here. You can see it holds a lot of storage. And then we have this section over here. So plenty of space. Okay, so now we're back to this side of the barn. So again, that's where the horse stalls are. And as far as some crops that they've grown here, and this is actually registered as a farm, so you can get tax breaks. I don't remember the specifics of that, but I can find that out for anybody who's interested. There's a brook that runs through the property. There's a little pond area, but the pond is pretty much dry. It needs to be dredged, but we'll come across that in a little bit. A little culvert here, and the brook continues that way, so plenty of water. There was another well at one point up here. There was an old house, I think from the 1700s or 1800s, that was up here at one time. That is no longer here, and there was a well for that. So I guess conceptually, if somebody wanted to build up high, they could put another house up here. There's also the possibility of subdividing, which I have to go talk to the town before providing any information on that. There is one other house way back there. Way back there, you can just barely see. Obviously, you can't see it from the house. So the property line goes pretty much to that, not this first row of scrub, but like that second row of trees, roughly. The power company does have an easement, so there are some power lines. but they're set way back from the house. As you can see, the house is way down there. In a second, I'll turn the video off so I don't bore you walking straight. But where that red gate is that you can kind of just barely see, that is where the property line is. And back there, I think where that tall evergreen is roughly the back property line. There's a couple of trails that go throughout the property. Just for reference, there's the red gate. We're going to be going down that trail. And then this is looking back in the opposite directions. Again, that tree line is the property line. So if you had horses, if you did just some minor upkeep, there are some trails back here, which would be very pleasant. There's a nice little clearing in the trees. I bet you there's probably lots of deer that bed down here. You've seen the droppings, so but nice spot for wildlife to hang out. So again, just very pretty scenery. So this is the area where the pond was. You can see a little bench there and birdhouse. But this is where the pond was that needs to be dredged. And you can see it goes over to about there. So decent sized pond, and then the house is right there. So you would be able to see the pond from the deck if you dredged it out. But that's about how deep you can go, so probably about 3.5 feet or so. I should say there's about 3.5 feet in some areas now. Obviously, if you dredged it, you could go much deeper. So here we are, just on the other side of the pond, looking back towards the house. All right, as we end this tour, one thing I think I forgot to mention is that there are 6 apple trees. They're not currently producing, they haven't been maintained, but could potentially be brought to life. I think there are 2 new ones. I'm not sure if that's 8 total or 6 total, but there are 2 new apple trees. And also elderberry, gooseberries, currants, and Concord grapes. So that concludes our video. Thank you very much for watching.